Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So as you saw in the description, we're gonna go ahead and do an eyebrow tutorial. As I mentioned in my last video, these are natural eyebrows. These are organic eyebrows. I did do one with a pomade and one with a pencil just so that we can see two separate eyes or two separate techniques. So if you're a beginner with eyebrows and you want to learn how to do natural eyebrows like these, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I did put in these little clips just so that it can hold my hair back. I did get them from Amazon. I will put the link down below in case you're interested. So what I'm going to do my eyebrows with, or what I've been liking recently, is this Revlon pencil. I'll put in the information in the description as well. And I like it because, of course, it has its spoolie. And it's a thin pencil. But it also has powder. If you twist, it has powder here as well, just so that you can set your eyebrows. So it's very user friendly. I did get it at Walmart. My Walmart didn't have a vast variety of colors. I'm not sure if it's just that they don't make too many colors, but this one is in dark brown, so it works. Pencil is a little easier. So if you're not too familiar with how pomade works, or if you feel like you're not at the level for a pomade, I mean, that's fine. So the first thing you want to do is you want to comb your hair up so that you can see the shape of your brows. Now, if you are new to brows or you don't have your eyebrows shaped the way you want them or the way you can get them, then I suggest you, if you don't want to do it yourself, I suggest you go get them either waxed or threaded to the shape that you want, or to the shape that fits you. That way, when you do your eyebrows, it's easier for you to just follow the shape of your brows. So here I am going to just fill in these little parts where I don't have much eyebrow. And that's why I like these thin pencils, because it's easier to do hair-like strokes. So I'm just filling in here, and notice I'm just going up and release, up and release, up and release. And that's how you get these hair-like strokes. And then here, of course, you just go down and follow the tail. There's a fly in here. Okay, now right here, we're gonna, because here the hair goes down, we're going to follow that same pattern. Okay, here it goes up. Now here up on top, you want to just kind of brush them a little. If you see, like right here, I have a little bald spot, so I'm just going to fill that in a little with hair-like strokes. And just comb it up to make sure. Okay. To set my eyebrows, I am going to use a clear gel. You can get, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. You don't need this specific clear gel, but this is the one I have on hand, so it's the one that I'm going to use. And this is just so that your brows can keep its shape throughout the day. Now there are several methods. There's a trend going around of replacing the brow gel with a transparent soap. That is going to be preference. And then there you have it. There is my natural brow. Now I am going to do the other side with a pomade and brush, just so that we can see both techniques. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade. This is in dark brown. And I'm going to be using also Anastasia Beverly Hills, the number 12 pencil. Sorry, number 12 brush. I like this one because it is very thin. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of that pomade and I'm going to put it here on my hand just to warm it up, just to make sure it's soft, and flatten out my brush. Okay, and I'm going to, sorry, I don't know if you saw that. I just put it here on my hand. Okay. So like we did with the other eyebrow, we're going to brush it. I had little hairs on my nose. So we're gonna go ahead and brush it up, just so that we can see the shape of our eyebrows. So that we can see where we need to fill in on the bottom. So with the very tip of the brush, I'm going to draw in little hairs, little hair-like strokes, and fill it in. Okay, remember we're doing it with the very tip of the brush because that's the thinnest part of the brush. Okay, so I'm just filling that in. And now I'm gonna go on the top, and the hair grow down here. So I'm gonna go with the growth of the hair. Excuse me. Okay, so these grow down here, so downward. So I'm gonna go downward here on the tail of the brow. So we go upward from the bottom and then downward from the top. Okay, and you want to make sure that you don't make harsh lines. You just want to do it gently to get the more natural look. Okay, and then again here, we're going up. I'm going to take a little bit off of the brush because I went a little too harsh right here. So I'm going to start from the bottom and go up. Now, if this does happen where you go a little too harsh, then all you have to do is with the spoolie, brush it out, and you'll be fine. Okay. So we brush up and then gently brush these here down, very little. Now if you notice here, I did go lower than what I wanted to, and that's okay because we are going to clean it up with concealer. I do just need to draw a little bit more here. Okay. So now I'm not going to set it yet. I'm going to clean both sides up with concealer and then I'll set it in a bit. Okay, now to clean up your brows, you can either go with your foundation so that you can get the color closest to match closer to your skin, or you can do a concealer. Now the difference is that the concealer is going to be a little thicker. The concealer is always a thicker consistency. And I'm going to use a concealer today because I haven't cleaned out my brows. I still have little hairs that I haven't plucked out. So concealer is always good to cover those little hairs on the days that you don't have time or you forget to pluck your eyebrows. So I'm just going to put a little bit of concealer here on my hand. And this is the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Full Wear. And I'm going to get a flat brush. This is Beauty by Bianca with Dough Color. So I'm just going to grab some here on both ends of my brush. Clean off the extras. And grab my mirror. And now I don't want to do just one whole line. What I want to do is draw my line in slowly so that I can make sure that I get my line as straight as possible. Now if you have a good pulse and you can draw a straight line, then you can do one full line like that. I cannot draw a straight line, so I have to go little by little to make sure that I can get it straight. Okay, and again, I'm just going with the shape of my eyebrow. Now, when it comes to cleaning the top of my eyebrow, I like to go a little higher than my eyebrow just so that I can make sure that I'm not putting too much product on it, because then it's harder to buff it out. So I'm slowly going downward with it. And now I'm lining my brows. Again, with the shape that I already drew in. And then I just add more concealer up here on the top. Because again, as I mentioned, I haven't plucked them. So just to cover up any little hairs that I have up there. And I'm going to drag this down just so that I won't have concealer buildup here. And again, to cover up these little hairs that are growing. Okay, so once I buffed this out here, and I go to the middle again so that I won't have a harsh line. Now you can go ahead and buff it out with a damp sponge or with a brush. I don't have a damp sponge here with me, so what I'm going to use is this Morphe G1 brush. And I'm going to buff it upward. And then here I'm going to buff it outward. And then here buff it down. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and clean the other eye in the exact same way. So I'm grabbing some concealer and then slowly I'm going to draw a straight line. Okay, following the shape of my brow. So right here I see that I do need a little bit more. So after I clean up my brow, I am going to go in and add a little bit more hairs. And then follow the shape of the tail here. And then I can grab a little bit more. Now here on the top, again, higher than my brows, and bring it down. And then follow the shape. And bring this down. Okay, and then I'm just adding more concealer up on the top just to cover up those little hairs that are growing. Bring this downward. Also to cover up those extra little hairs. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and get my brush. I'm not going to add more product to it. In fact, I'm going to make sure that it doesn't have a lot of product. So over here where I don't have anything, I'm just going to clean it off. And again, with the tip of the brush, I'm going to draw in some hair. And this is one of the reasons why I didn't set my brow yet, because in case I needed to go back in, it could be easier for me. Okay, so now I'm going to comb it up and make sure it's how I want my brow. With the Morphe G1 brush again, I'm going to buff it out. Right here, we buff it upward to where we make sure that we don't bring concealer down anymore. We're going to buff it upward. And then here, outward. Of course, you can always use a smaller brush. This is just the first one that I grabbed. And then here, we're gonna go downward. And I'm just gonna go in the middle here. Now I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. Clear Brow Gel. Again, oh, there's a fly in here. And I'm going to set my eyebrows. And again, I'm gonna go with upward here with the growth of my hair. Upward here, and then comb it, bring it down a little here. And then go with the tail. Let it dry. Okay, make sure they're the shape that you want them. Make sure they are filled in the way you want them. That they're cleaned up. I'm gonna go a little lower here. There we go. Okay, so those are the natural or organic brows. So if you have any questions, leave them down below. I'll be sure to help you out or to answer any questions. If you have any comments or any tips, or if you do your eyebrows differently, then let us know. Also, let us know if you use a different pencil or a different pomade, so that we can know the different types, or if you've used this one before and you don't like it, you like something else, let us know. We're always open to learning about new products. So don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell right next to it so that you get notified every time we upload. At this point, I am trying to upload every Sunday. This past Sunday was my first YouTube video, so again, I am new to this. If you have any tips on YouTube, leave them down below as well. I will be looking at the comments. The next video I'm going to do is also going to be another eyebrow tutorial, but it's going to be more of an Instagram eyebrow. So keep an eye out for that. I am trying to upload every Sunday or every Saturday, so that we can have a set schedule. That way, if you don't get notified, then you'll know that every Saturday night or every Sunday there will be a new video. That is it for today. Be blessed, stay safe, eat your vegetables, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!